Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's been a busy day, psychologist appointment, I've had a body scan as well with my daughter and that was interesting. Lots of how much muscle, how much fat, all that sort of stuff. Just interesting. I actually thought I would get upset about it because I knew I was going to be obese in terms of the BMI and all that crap, but I wasn't. Actually came out quite positive and thought, fuck, I'm going to get my shit sorted and see if I can change these results in 8 weeks time, see how I look. So that was good. Psychologist appointment was good. It's been good. I actually feel pretty good at the moment, which is excellent. It's something I haven't been able to say for myself for quite some time. I'm just checking, did I clean this lens off? Yeah, I think I did. Looks a bit dirty, but it's not. Right, soap. I don't have the soap. The soap is in here. I do have the soap because it's in here, but I don't actually have the tub of the soap. Now the soap I'm using today was a gift, or it was sent over in the sort of thank you or pay it forward, whatever you want to call it, from Jack over at the virtual grim room. And the soap that's in this bowl is Holy Cow, and it is Sierro soap base, which I'm not sure if that is Holy Cow's premium soap base at the moment, but I know it was up until recently. They're changing so rapidly, but if it still is, this is his premium. Shri over at Holy Cow has developed this one from his previous ones. By all accounts, everyone that I've seen use it loves it. I didn't do that well with it. I struggle with it. I did use natural hair brushes. This is a sample. I do generally struggle with samples. I'm going to hit it today with a smaller size synthetic knot and just see what I can do with it, see if I can get this working for me. So I'm going to use got a little bit of water sitting on here. I'm just going to use that to smash in my face. Now this one, the scent on this, I'll slip this from that. I know it's only a little bit of soap, but the scent is Fougere Mania, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's not my favourite Fougere. I do quite like Fougere scents, but this one isn't one that blows me away. In fact, if I'm totally honest with you, I find Holy Cow scents to be very similar across the board, all the ones that I've smelled anyway. They seem to have a common theme that runs through them. So it's nice. It's nice. It's not a very robust Fougere, but it's a nice Fougere. So the brush I'm using is my Tony Forsyth custom. This is an Ever Ready. I can't remember the number of the Ever Ready style handle. Celtic brush, beautiful. There is the knot. It's a 24mm genuine tuxedo knot from AP Shave Co. And there is the sample. That's the size of what's left. And I'm basically going to load off of it. I don't really want to. I'm not trying to create a lather in the bowl. I just want to try and get a full load into the brush from this sample. Whether I can do that or not, I don't know. I want to try and tackle this with my usual sort of lathering technique. Now I want to reach out to a bloke as well, a gentleman that actually emailed me. I'm not going to mention names or anything, you'll know who you are if you watch this video. But I just wanted to say thank you. He basically sent me a thank you for helping him with my way of lathering. I did a lather technique video on my lather technique video. How to basically to help people that are struggling to lather, really. And this guy's reaching for 60 years old, has been through a lot, lost a lot and probably gained a lot in his life, and has had a lot of struggles. And my video made a difference to him and gave him that final jigsaw puzzle piece to his shave and making his lather, and he was very thankful for that, and I'm very thankful that he reached out. I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm always here, believe it or not, and I'll help anyone as best I can. I spent all my time in the police trying to help people with mental health problems, and here I am now, the one with the mental health problems again, trying to sort myself out. But right, I think that's loaded enough. That's a heavy load from a very small sample of soap, so I could be here for a while, but I'm going to enjoy it because I'm in a good space. So let's enjoy the shave. So yeah, to you sir, thank you for reaching out, and I'm glad that something so small in my mind as being a lather video, any sort of video really about shaving, has made an impact on your life and helped you in some way with whatever struggles you're going through. Because sometimes that's all it needs, is it's a very small thing that just gives you that little bit extra. I can't remember how Jack over at the grim room sort of lathers this, but I'm going to do this my technique. of painting it on and then dipping the whole brush knot, not the whole knot, but halfway, and then painting the water in. Now I really enjoy this brush, but the handle is a bit small, so if I were to ever get like a Heritage shaving brush, I would definitely, so if you don't know who Heritage Shaving are, they make replicas of vintage brushes, branded the same and everything, but they just basically come with a certificate of authenticity saying that they are copies and they're not the real thing. And I think it might even be stamped on the brushes themselves. But they make beautiful brushes, but if I were to pick one, I have actually picked one out on the site, and I may actually grab it at some point if I can get it without a knot, and I may put a rhodium knot in it. It is the dual duck or double duck or whatever they want to call it. It was like a milky blue colour with a black resin, a black top, or was it a white top? I can't remember. But it's the longer handle, and I prefer a longer handle brush now, to be honest. I like the look of smaller handle brushes, but I prefer to lather with a longer handle. They're much less messy. And another thing I've noticed as well, having recently used the ShaveMac 26mm bulb that I have, the unique silver tip bulb, is that bulb knots, albeit are nice, they've got a little bit more backbone and they're still wonderful to use, are a lot messier than a fan knot. A lot messier. They tend to push the lather out more, they tend to drop more lather. Right, I'm going to dip once more because I think that'll take me to where I need to be, or where I want to be. So as you can see, it's translucent everywhere. It doesn't look like there's much happening in here, but I can assure you, I'm very confident that this will work. So I'm going to paint a little bit and then splay. What should happen is, the amount of moisture that I painted in and absorbed into the lather or the load in the brush should straight away start building. Alright, so it's not building a voluminous ladder so far, but it is building a very nice one. So that there is just still very, very dry. So I'm just going to dry this handle off a bit. This ladder is going to take me ages, but you don't have to watch. If you do watch it, you're mental. Just drip some water in. Now, in terms of scents, like I said before, holy cow, I haven't set the world on fire for me with scents. I find them quite bland, very sort of one-dimensional. But the soap quality is quite, it's not, you can't question the soap. The soap is excellent. The customer service that comes with the soap is also excellent. Sri is an awesome bloke to deal with. He's very responsive to messages and will help you in any way that he can with any questions or queries or anything really. So you can see there, this lather is starting to build nicely. I think, to be honest with you, I think I've got enough moisture in here now. I'm just going to work with it. Right. I think this is just a little bit dry. So you can see I'm constantly having to go back to this handle and just give it a bit of a dry off. I'm just going to dip the tips and just paint some water in. That's better. That tiny drip of water there, that dip of water, sorry, that's taking this lather to exactly where it needs to be, I think. I think Jack would be proud of that one. It's certainly something that I've picked up from Jack. That little, you think you've got it, and then that little last dip of water, and painting it in, not spraying again, just painting it into it, seems to make all the difference, especially when you're using one of these. Feather Artist Club, once again, countless shaves on this blade. It's still super smooth. This is a 24-hour growth shave, so I'm getting a bit of irritation here and there from over shaving, really. I'm shaving every day. I'm trying to give my skin a rest, and I'm not giving it enough of a rest. Just noticed I've actually got some hair down there. I didn't notice that before, so just lather it. And here we go. And whoosh, clean as you like. And once again, pretty much spotless. There's a little bit on there. I've just touched that in the water. Now you can see it's cleaned off even more now. Right, let's move over to the left side of the face. Oh, put the towel back on. Right, come back up this way now. Chris, a weeper there. Other than that, pretty good for a first pass. I will say, I think the blade's at a point now where it's not plucking or pulling or anything like that. It actually feels almost like it's not cutting any hair. I don't know whether it is or not. I'm just about to find out. Oh no, it's definitely cutting hair alright. Right, so what I've got in my face there for residual slickness, yeah, I think it's a sample, you know, it's there, but it doesn't feel quite, it doesn't feel like it's stuck to your face. So there's residual slickness there by all accounts, but it just doesn't feel as good as, say, like Talbot Shavings and Gary Mann Swedish Witch when I've got a full tub to deal with. It's almost like sometimes you lose a little bit in a sample, you don't get the full experience of the soap sometimes. Even though it's blended in, it should still give you the same sort of experience. certainly a very nice lather, that's for sure. Right. All these little stretches, you know, they do actually make a difference. And it's reasonably significant. I do notice it quite easily that it has made a difference to the closeness of the shave. Of course, this is all still a learning curve for me, so I want to go more there. I do struggle with this angle here. But once I get on there, so I should be able to now just clean that off. Hopefully I can get a bit of a pull on here. There we go. Right, let's come sort of against the grain now. And got your little weepers there, that's okay. A few little weepers. I'll be back in a second. And we're back. Wet my face, I've walked out, went and seen the wife, and here's what I've come back to. I did feel that. I don't know whether it's a little nick or weepers, I'm not 100% sure, but they're there. Now, I'm putting this down to, at the moment, not the best of lathers. Now, I know I'm clutching at straws here, weepers and cuts and things, but the lather just doesn't quite do it for me. Probably in the same regards to like the grooming, declaration grooming. that I used recently. Yes, the shave was okay, the lather was pretty good, just wasn't as good as Zingari Man or Talbot Shaving that Jack also sent me. I was sort of comparing them all together because that was all the premium elite silk bases of the time that I was using, and this is one of them. This is one of Holy Cow's, if not the premium base at the moment. So yes, it's alright, but it's not giving me the protection I want. Unfortunately, it just isn't. My skin's burning a little bit as well, so I don't know whether I'm reacting to this silk. I will say the slickness there is excellent for the actual. I normally get a little weepers down here. I don't think I've got many today, if any. So it's not perfect, it never is with a shavette for me. I'm getting better and better with it. Some shaves I have like this feels like a bit of a, not a step back, but very similar to yesterday's shave. I've actually got stinging on my skin. Pretty much where the weepers are. Just from the cold water. Now these aren't anywhere near as close as the shaves I get with a DE razor at the moment, but I am getting better with it, and that's ultimately my end goal, is just to get better. I'd love to get to a point where it was second nature to pick a straight or a shavette, or a straight razor up. I'd just be able to use it and not worry about nicks and cuts and weepers quite so much. Find my angles quickly, not piss about too much. Most of this is already healed up really. I've got a few little red spots and things like that. But I have seen a lot of people use Holy Cow now, especially this stuff. I have to be honest and say, as much as the soap bases are good, they're not the best for me. I find other soap bases work far superior to it with my water and my technique. And I find it hard really, with all the ones I've tried, the Vegetal and 2 different tallows, and I think I had the donkey milk formula as well. For me, the donkey milk formula was probably the best that I used. I found it easier to work with than this, but then again I was using a full tub, and I honestly believe that if you just give it a little sample of a soap, I don't think you can ever have the full experience of it. So I mean, there's a little bits here and there, but I'll touch them up off camera. The immediate post shave is absolutely excellent. It's brilliant, really is nice. And to be honest, I've got no, from the looks of it, on there, very, very few continuing weepers. So that's a good thing, really. I did use quite a fair bit of this sample today. I did manage to lather it the way I normally would. I don't think I overhydrated it. I don't know how small the sweet spot is for this soap. But given that I don't think I overhydrated it, I think the sweet spot must be very, very small. But the post shave is nice. It certainly leaves your skin feeling very well hydrated. I firmly believe I can walk away right now and it will be okay. But I am going to finish off now with some AP Reserve Essentials Restoration Peptide Concentrate Serum, because it's part of everyday life, this stuff, and I'm really, really happy with it. I do want to try Ariana and Evans Post Shave Serum. I can't remember what it's called. It's a Japanese name or something. Really nice little bottle. I think that's the main sort of letdown to this APR, is that the bottle is just a chunk of plastic. But there's no doubting the qualities of the stuff inside it. It works, it really does work. My skin thanks me for it pretty much every day. I mean, I've got a bit of redness and things like that, but this dies away very quickly. I never get any tightness really after shaves, even rough shaves, the tightness goes very quick as well. But the soap was, holy cow, that's what I've got left of it. It was Fuji Mania in the Sierro base. It works okay. That's about as much as I can say for it. I can't give you any more than that because that's my real thoughts on it. I think that's the third time I've used it now. That was the best lather that I've had from it. And it gave me an average shave really. It wasn't as good as the stuff I've been using recently. And I put that down to the sample, to be honest. I think if I had a full tub of this, I think I'd be able to really whip up a really good half decent lather with it. I think I did quite well with it as a sample is what it is. And I think the shave really showcased how good the lather was. There was loads of weepers there and loads of blood, but the difference being it's healed up pretty quick. And the post shave is really, really nice. The scent doesn't do much for me, but let's say with some soaps, if the performance is outstanding, you can forego the scent. With this one, I need both really. It needs to be a much better scent for that type of performance for me. But yeah, just the way I see it. The brush was my Leo Freo Custom, the 24mm tuxedo knot, which has been cleaned out, dried out, and looks brand spanking new. These are fantastic knots from AP Shave Co, and by all accounts the new knots and the new handles are great. I love the signed handles and things, it's really nice. And they're still really, really cheap if you buy direct from AP Shave Co. The razor was the Feather Artist Club stainless steel chevette, the folding chevette. This thing's really, really grown on me. I didn't think I would get into chevettes too much, but I've enjoyed using it, and it is a big learning curve. If you've never done it before, give it a crack and see if you enjoy it. Maybe not go and buy a brand new one of these. I would never bought one of these, they're too expensive for me. However, as a result of using this, and this was a gift from Craig Stanway, I've now forked out on other things, so sometimes you just can't help yourself. And I finished the shave today on AP Reserve Essentials Restoration Peptide Concentrate Serum. It does drive some people nuts, this. I'm a sucker for words as well, but if you read Essentials, it's Essentials. But I'm not going to let it bother me. It's a great product, it really works, and I think the way I use it with the wet hands just removes that sticky residue. There's no residue at all. It just feels fantastic. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.